everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Hi, hello, welcome. Ooh, I'm steaming up a little. Apologies. I noticed I steamed up my glasses a little bit. I'm a little warm. That's okay. Welcome to my series that I want to focus on in 2026 video. I have a goal in 2026 to read 10 series, to finish them, because if you've been around for a little while, I am notoriously bad at finishing series that I start. So I think I have 80 series on the go actively right now, according to my spreadsheet. I'll give you a little screenshot of what I've got for like series on the go, DNFs, and then total finished. That is a scope of series that I have read over my entire life, plus or minus a couple from my childhood that I don't remember, of course, but like those are the ones that I remember all in that spreadsheet. And then I've been tracking my series started and finished for the past number of years, and that is all in that spreadsheet. Anyways, last year I succeeded in reading 10 series down, so I'm just going to continue that same goal this year as well. We're going to read 10 more series this year. We're going to finish 10 more series this year. There are a couple on this list. I'm going to go over 10 that I would really like to focus on at this moment in time, and also some extras that I might possibly get into, like our possibilities, if I so wish to. But there are a number of series in here that I only have to read one more book of to wrap up the series, whereas I like to do this thing where I reread first books of series sometimes, or I have 2 or 3 books to finish in a series to wrap it up. So there are some series that'll take me more time, but I digress. All right, so number 1, I am currently in the middle of a reread of The Surviving Sky by Kritika Rao, because I would like to finish out this series this year. This is the Rages trilogy, and I fucking love this book, okay? This book is so delicious, so delightful, and I am utterly obsessed with this reread. I am actually like properly annotating, and this annotation right here and this sticky note says, I just want to keep reading, but it's 2:06 a.m. and I can't. It's so freaking good. Like it's addictive. And I love this series so fucking much. I'm so excited to continue with it. So this is what I'm focusing on in January. In January as well, I did just return the first book to the library because I finished it. Things are falling. But I have the second book here, which is Unending by Ivelisse Hausman, which is a YA duology. I actually started this duology this year. I just read Unseelie, the first one last week. So this is the second one. I would like to just pop this off. I have the audiobook on Libby, so finish off this lovely duology, start the year strong. And this is a fae magic, autistic main character type of like sister story, found family, chosen family, but also real blood family too. Like there's lots going on in here. Crazy magic, elemental stuff. I'm very excited to continue on with this, even though the ending of the first one kind of turned me off a little bit because it was very chaos and wasn't well done. But the rest of the book was, 80% of that book was amazing. So I have hopes that this one is better. And my friend Allie, who recommended this series to me, says that book 2 is better. So I love it. I'm ready. I'm here. We have a little visitor. Hey? Yeah. Oh no, you can't go that way. I want a smooch before you go anywhere else. You're such a good girl. You're making my glasses even warmer. Oh no. Stinky woman. Hey, say hi to everybody. What's that? Yeah, she says, no mom, I don't want to be part of the show. I am just here to derail everything. The next one I have here that I only have one book to finish in is The Blighted Stars by Megan E. O'Keefe. This is the first one of this trilogy. I have read this one twice now, and The Fractured Dark, which is the second one, once. So all I have to read is The Bound Worlds to wrap up this trilogy. I love it so much. This is one of my favorite sci-fi trilogies of all time. So far anyways. I don't think book 3 could completely ruin that for me, but hey, who's to say? Because when I read The Poppy War, book 3 absolutely wrecked the entire trilogy for me. So who's to say? But I trust Megan E. O'Keefe. I love Girlie's work so much. So excited about this. This is definitely an interesting sci-fi horror amalgamation of like survival narrative and a little bit of dusting of romance and like forbidden romance type of thing. Like it's so fascinating, and I love the tech in here. And our main character is trans, which is really awesome. So great rep. These books are just absolutely phenomenal. They're phenomenal. Another one that is just wrapping up a duology is The Daughters of Istahar by Khadir El-Spy. This is the Weavers of Alamaxa duology. With this one, I do have to reread the first one to go into the second one because I don't remember a fucking thing from the first one, except for the fact that it is like suffragette vibe, Egypt, Avatar The Last Airbender magic, like that kind of a thing all brought together. And there's sapphic stuff in here too, and I just love that. So I'm excited to reread this and get into the second one and wrap this up. So this is another one on my list. Another one, just one book left in, is Darkwater Daughter by Hannah Long, or H.M. Long. The third book is Red Tempest Brother, and I just need to wrap that up to wrap up this beautiful, amazing trilogy. This first one, at least, is wintry, piratey, storm magic with storm witches and weather witches, and it's like this chase to find things out, and it's Samuel Rosser trying to find Mary, and it's just delicious. It's amazing. These books are the best, and Hannah Long is one of my favorite fantasy authors ever. The way that she writes is just stunning, incredible, and I love it so much. So yes, definitely going to be wrapping up this trilogy. Love. Another sci-fi trilogy that I would like to wrap up, I do believe it is a trilogy, is The Last Watch by J.S. Dowes. I would have to double check. Let me actually grab the third book here, which is The Relentless Legion. It does not say, it just says series on the back. So like, who knows if this is actually a trilogy? I think it is. Anyways, I would like to reread book 1 and 2 to get into book 3 because I don't remember a lot about this, but this is one of my top favorite epic space opera type stories that is genuinely so readable, because a lot of like what was terrifying to me about the sci-fi genre before I like really fell in love with it back in like 2021 was that it was so unapproachable. The epic scope of things, it was all very like universe level, big epic battles, and I've read a number of sci-fis that fall under that I just couldn't connect to any of the characters. It just felt so huge that I just didn't care, you know? These, oh no, we are epic, we are large, we are universe spanning, but we are tied to 2 characters, and we learn so much about Adequin Rick and Cav Mercer. Listen, these 2 have the best platonic relationship I have ever read across fiction. I love them so fucking much. And the tech in here and the like the first one, The Last Watch, it felt like I was reading a sci-fi movie. Like it was just, it was so cool, okay? Like, just genuinely love these. J.S. Dowes, or Dowes, or however you say her last name. Stunning, incredible. I love her so much. I can't even describe this series other than that. Like, it is just so good. Like, if you like The Expanse TV show or the books themselves, you'll like this. Like, if you like a little bit of Becky Chambers, but you want more action, you'll like this. Like, it's just so good. So good. Another one that I do only have to finish 1 book in to wrap up the entire series is this absolute chunker by James Islington, who is the author of The Will of the Many. After reading The Will of the Many in 2023, 2024, whenever that was really big on Book Talk and whatever, it wasn't the year that it came out, it was the year after, so I think 2024. I fell in love with his storytelling. And then I picked up The Shadow of What Was Lost, and this was 5 fucking stars. I loved this book so fucking much. And it was such a approachable, epic fantasy that deals with time, which is interesting because I'm not someone who likes time in my books. I don't like the time gimmick. I have never liked time travel in books. I just don't like it. This, it works for me. It, like, my brain understands it, and that's huge. So I really fucking like this. This was so fucking good, and I'm so excited to continue it. The second one wasn't quite as good for me, but it was still genuinely like a really good continuation of the story, and I'm really excited to see where James Islington goes with his storytelling. I would also really like to read The Strength of the Few this year, which is the second book in The Will of the Many, but I don't know when we're getting book 3. So I'm excited to see how he does an entire saga, really chunky boy saga with these books, to see how his storytelling works. Because this is more like classic fantasy with like a dusting of sci-fi with all the time shit, but like classic feels like the Wheel of Time level of there's a really big bad, there's cyclical time. It feels like I'm reading like a Brandon Sanderson Way of Kings mixed with the Wheel of Time, mixed with something new, but it feels so familiar and wonderful and lovely. Like, this is the kind of old man fantasy that I fucking eat up. I love this shit so much. And yes, I know he's a white man, but like,
a white man? No!
I love it, okay? Another sci-fi series that I have on my list. I have a lot of sci-fi on my list because another one of my goals this year is to read 25 sci-fi books, because last year I read 19 and the year before that it was 17, and I just want to keep reading more. So I figured make a goal of 25. Let's try hit that. Another series, like a trilogy that I would love to finish up or like restart and finish is These Burning Stars by Bethany Jacobs. This first book I enjoyed, but I don't think I read it at the right time, because the tropes in here, it's a cat and mouse, sapphic, gender interesting type of sci-fi chase game heist thing. That's the best way I can describe it. It is something that I should love. And when I first read it, it just didn't quite hit for me. I keep seeing other folks read it. Like I've seen Alyssa read this and love this so much. So I would really like to reread this book 1, read book 2, which is on my shelves, and then acquire book 3 probably through the library. I don't actually know if book 3 is out. No, it is. It is out. I think it came out last year sometime, but this is another sci-fi trilogy that I would really like to love and devour and just eat up, you know? So definitely gonna read this. Have you read this? Let me know in the comments what you thought of this one. And then I do believe the final series that is on my like 10 that I've talked about is a series that I'm gonna have to start from brand new, from start to finish, kind of like I did with Unseelie. It's whatever this series is called, The Protectorate. Yes, it's another Megan E. O'Keefe. It is her original trilogy. I'm sorry if you're moving a little bit. Freya's like right behind the camera and she's like putting her head down and like slowly moving the box that you're on. Sorry about that. She wants to be part of this video, but not on screen. She's a diva. This is the second book because I have book 2 and 3 on my shelves because I found these at like a little book fair in my city. I will acquire book 1 from the library and get that, but I really want to read her other trilogy. I just want to consume it and see what she does with an entire trilogy again in a slightly different scope because I don't know, this just seems like it's space operatic. It's interesting. I can't read the back of this because it is spoiler, but the blurbs say like, full of twists, feints, and deception, O'Keefe's latest presents a visionary world rife with political intrigue and space adventure. Like, that's my shit. And I love Megan E. O'Keefe, as we have just established in this video already. But I am so excited to dive into this trilogy specifically. On top of those 10, here are some others I could read. In my trusty book journal, which if you have not seen my setup video, go check that out because this is great. And I also, fun fact, I've done more work in this book journal, total side tangent. I ended up adding a graph in the back for my book blanket that I'm going to be doing this year. Definitely follow along in my vlogs to hear more about that. And then I decided this is more tracking stuff for the book blanket. This is more trackers and stuff. And I've decided to add in a like monthly view stats page so I know at a glance what I've been doing and how my reading is going over the year. I have a DNF graveyard. I have the ABC challenge, which I've really already filled in. Look at that, 2 down. I love this page. I don't know why, it just tickles my brain in a really good way. And then I have a balancing the books, which is how many books I'm bringing in every month and how many I'm reading off of my TBR every month. And then here is another Storygraph challenge by Emily's Reading Era, which I'm very excited about. And then here is my release radar tracker, which I am very in love with. Anyways, total side tangent, Jesus Christ. I will do more of a close-up look in a vlog coming up, don't worry. But my series tracker, I have a bunch of different series on here that I could be reading in as well to finish 10 series this year. I have Edinburgh Nights, which is by T.L. Huchu, which I've read the first book now twice with the purpose of going further in the series, and I just never have. But I believe the 5th book is coming out this year or came out last year, but it is 5 total books. And I would really like to continue in that series to see if I want to continue in the series because I really enjoyed book 1. Very voicey main character, magical Edinburgh, slightly different reality. She can speak to ghosts kind of a thing, and she gets caught up in this like child smuggling ring where they're draining children of their life. It's creepy. Genuinely, at some points, it's very creepy, but I loved the characters in this. It's so voicey. It's incredible. Highly recommend that. So I would like to continue exploring in this one to see where the series goes. I also have the Elements of Cadence duology by Rebecca Ross that I could finish up with the 2nd book in that. That one is atmospheric, slightly cozier, interesting, misty island music situation with spirits, question mark. I could also continue the Live Ship Traders trilogy by Robin Hobb, which I do really want to do. I would really like to, I should have included it in this video kind of a thing. Like, I really need to continue on with my Robin Hobb journey because that was a goal of last year. Like a low-key didn't write it down goal was to continue the Live Ship Traders series so that I could get back to Fitz in the Fool in the next, I think it's the Tawny Man series after that, in the Order of the Realm of the Elderlings. But I never did. I never continued book 2. I think I'm halfway through. I'm gonna have to reread book 2 to like get into it. But I would like to continue my Robin Hobb journey, the Live Ship Traders. So I do need to read Mad Ship and Ship of Destiny for that one. I could also read the Ray Barra duology, which I really would like to do. I've already read book 1. I read book 1 when I read Legendborn when that came out. Like, both of those books were top of the year for me for YA fantasy. Those ones are just stunning. And I really would like to read them because I really want to read The Maid and the Crocodile, which is in the same universe, but I don't want to be accidentally spoiled for anything in Redemptor, which is the 2nd book in that duology. So I do need to reread book 1 and dive into book 2. And I know they're amazing, so like I'm gonna enjoy them. I just need to fucking do it. I just need to do it. The other ones I have in this I've talked about already, The Protectorate, The Rages, Devoured Worlds, etc. So let me know down below what series you're going to be focusing on this year. I am very excited about all these series. These are all series that I have been intending on reading for the past couple years. Other ones I could do, I could finish Malice, Faithful and the Fallen by John Gwynne. I have 2 books in that one to do, which is this big stack of epic fantasy, if I so desire to get back into my old man fantasy bag. I could also continue Melissa Blair's Halfling saga, which is 4 books long. I've read book 1. I've reread book 1, actually. I've read that one twice. And I just need to finish 2, 3, and 4 in that one. I guess I could, if I really wanted to, read more in the Expanse series. That's 9 books long, and I've read 2 in there. So there's another, if I really wanted to commit, but I don't think I want to commit that hard. There's just so many wonderful series that are out there. I'd love to hear about what you're planning on reading this year. If you have any goals of finishing series this year. If you need a goal to finish a series, start and finish a series, pick up my Cozy Fantasy books, because that is a completed standalone trilogy. You can read them out of order if you want, but it's a second story, a little luck, and a favorite fae. And I think you'd love them. I really did. I really think you would. If you like my content and you like me, you're probably gonna like my writing. So anyways, my friends, this has been a very quick video for today, but I do hope you enjoyed. I will catch you in another video very, very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading. If you're curious, this little lady's been back here the whole time. Hi, baby.